Hey everyone, today is a witch inspired video. That's why the hairstyle today. I will be pairing popular media witches with signature scents. So like the Wicked Witch of the West paired with her signature scent, generally. There was like 10 or 15 other witches that I really wanted to do, but these ones are the ones that I had appropriate scent matches and felt they were most important to include. So the first character I'm selecting, I'm sure everyone is familiar with, but I just want to clarify and make sure. But I've chosen Hermione Granger, despite the author's very distasteful and horrible political opinions. I've still decided to work with this character. She's a main character in the franchise and is known for being studious, for being knowledgeable, for liking books, for reading, for being in the library. And she's featured in the library a lot, especially in the first movie. And the perfume I've chosen to represent her is, it can be either or because they're very similar. Papier by Diptyque or Bookloft from Bath & Body Works. Both of them are very similar and fit this bill perfectly, so I couldn't pick between the two. These perfumes smell like a dusty library book. They're calm and collected, faintly sweet. This perfume smells like a peppery, dried book, a dusty library. They're cool and collected, faintly sweet. It's almost like you're not wearing any perfume at all. It's like pages in a book, but with a touch of soap. It's soft. It's slightly sweet. It reminds me of birch trees and crisp, foggy Japanese mornings, like a cool water feature. It's refined and elegant, simple yet sophisticated. It's like a morning of yoga in a minimalistic and meditative setting. I think it goes without saying why this perfume is like her, because it smells like books, and I imagine that she would smell like books. She is a witch, but she's a witch that's more in the library than in potions. The second witch I've selected is Sarah Jessica Parker for Hocus Pocus, a favorite among many people who like horror movies or Halloween movies. The perfume I've chosen to match this is a Heretic combo, and it's called Scarlet Moon. If you're unfamiliar with Hocus Pocus, it's a movie featuring three witches who come back from Salem times, sort of terrorizing this town. And one of the witches is acted by Sarah Jessica Parker, and she plays a ditzy blonde witch, and she's very charming, and this perfume represents that well. It is an earthy, aromatic, shampooy, fruity, tangy, sweet and playful. It's got a smell of a juicy blood orange coming through very strongly. It is a zesty moon witch scent. It has some forest elements. It's similar to, it is a much more sophisticated version of actually Bare Rose by Victoria's Secret. The hinoki in the scent notes often translate to shampoo for me, and that's what's happening in this one as well. It's like a delicious blood orange shampoo. It reminds me of sort of the ditzy blonde, charming characteristics of Sarah Jessica Parker's character. You can like vividly smell the juicy, dripping blood orange in this. It reminds me of a full moon, a harvest moon, a red moon, and Halloween. The friction of life, the vibe of Halloween is felt in this perfume. I can smell the fall air somehow in this, despite it not smelling like leaves or anything like that. There is a presence to this perfume, a deep seductive charm. It doesn't have crazy longevity, but it's beautiful nonetheless. The next one is from Greek mythology. She's a sorcerer witch, goes by the name Circe if you're familiar, and I've paired her with the perfume Paradiso by the maker. She's paired with this perfume because it is a fresh citrus, sort of like island vacation vibes perfume, like natural. vacation though. It is a very nice citrus. It's got a masculine orange peel scent to it. It's natural, unisex, witchy, woody, zesty, like I'm performing a ritual or brewing a potion. So Circe is a demigoddess, the daughter of the sun god Helios, the old sun god Helios. She was known for being manipulative and predatory and spiteful and fearsome. She was untamable. She was known for her herbs and potions and spells, and in particular, she was known for transforming humans into beasts. Like in the Odyssey, where Odysseus's men, when they arrived on her island, she transformed them into pigs. The spiteful nature of her is shown in some other stories, like this one king she had shown interest in and pursued. He denied her advances, and as a response, she turned him into a woodpecker. Additionally, a sea god that she had fallen for at some point, he had his eyes set on Scylla, an oceanic nymph, and Circe was not having that. So she turned Scylla into a raging, tentacled monster that lives on an island close to her on a cliff that preys on any sailors with bad enough fortune to come close enough to those cliffs. She was acting sort of as a protector as a way to the islands, like no one could really get onto the islands without coming through this monster in the Turbis, which is another monster. I can't remember if she's one who created that one, but she is the definition of envious rage and transformative magic. A true witch using transformative magic to suit her needs, her selfish desire. I just realized I forgot to show my bottles. But the next chosen witch, or witches, I should say, are the more realistic witches portrayed in the movie The Witch. It's a horror movie, and they are the witches that you should actually fear, if that makes any sense. So we have Neandertal then to go with this. And this one has natural, animalistic, hedonistic, even ancient qualities, especially given its name Neanderthal. It is a natural, pleasant, smell, salty, animalic, almost like the sweat of your loved one. It dies down softer, not very sweet, like a traditional skin scent. So this sort of smells like what you would expect it would smell like based off of the name. These witches have a realer quality than most portrayed in media. They're authentic. They smell like damp, rotting leaves, and the decay of the forest, and a sweaty, chaotic, ritualistic performance dance. These are the witches you are supposed to fear, and this scent can provoke a similar response in people who don't particularly like skin scents. It's both naturally human and unnaturally witch-like. The next witch is Yaga Baba. I'm not sure if people are familiar with it. It's sort of more of a fairy tale witch, mythology witch. And the scent I've chosen to go with this one is Lover by the Maker. This one, this is something you would smell deep in the woods, lost and alone and about to give up right before you catch a whiff of this alluring scent that passes your nostrils. It's unisex, it's faintly sweet. The suede is evident, it's giving a tiny bit of masculine from the suede, and this counters the sweetness of the fig. It's woody, slightly fresh, spicy, aromatic, the cedar wood is prevalent. The scent trail will lure you towards a large treehouse on chicken leg stilts. And this carries the wooden hut and its occupant all over the deep woods. You enter the hut and she tests you, only to make sure that your heart is pure, the heart of a lover, and that you're not selfish or materialistic or evil-spirited or rotten-spirited. You pass the test and you wake up in your own bed and you wonder if this even happened, if it was just all a dream. This is such a mysterious perfume, and it goes along with that mysterious encounter. It's so alluring and earthy. I would recommend you give this a try, especially if you like aromatic or earthy perfumes or incensey perfumes. I wouldn't say this is specifically incense, but if you like those type, you would like them. If you like Bow by Liis, one I will mention, that's also one I would recommend you try this if you like that. The next one is another which I'm choosing is Kiki's delivery service, Kiki. Kiki is like Moodeaux worthy. And this is a green herbal vanilla. It smells like mochi milk, but with plant added. It smells like a specific baby product I remember from childhood. It's softly sweet, it's tangy. The baby powder white floral element is prominent. It's green and prickly on my nose. It smells like a mix of the sugary bakery confections that would be sold by Kiki and the leafy natural witchy element. From growing up with her mother's herbal brews and spending time outside flying around in the forests and fields, when she's barreling down the grassy hill trying to take off headed toward the shore, that's what this smells like. When she's escaping the attacks of the crows in the safe cocoon of that really deep dark forest, that's what this smells like. Those smells mixed with the soft bakery, sweet sugariness. If any of you have ever played Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or any Zelda games, you might be familiar with this reference, but this one is for the hags from those video games. And the perfume I've chosen to represent the hags is Ethereal Wave by Liis. Liis is one of my newer favorite companies. I've sampled 4 of their scents and just absolutely love all of them. All of them, love them so much. This is like a sweet herbal concoction, almost like when you were a kid and you were mixing soaps and shampoos and creams into potions in the bathroom, but like in a good way. It's fresh and aromatic with sweet herbs, very beautiful, very addictive to smell. It smells like a Zen garden or mountain spring spa smell. I always found those games to be so comforting, and the scent reflects that comfort I get from the games. The sweet croak of the old hags when you visit, the aromatic presence of their stores, the soft Zelda music playing in the background. This perfume smells like their stores. It is a green, fresh, spicy, ozonic, aromatic tea scent. It's supposedly heavy on the citrus, but I don't really pick up on that very much. This next scent is also by Liis, it's Bow. And this is matched with Yubaba or Zaniba from Spirited Away, which is a Hayao Miyazaki childhood movie, a childhood anime. And I've chosen Bow because it is herbal, a little bit earthy and woody, and it smells sort of like what I imagine a bathhouse would smell like. And if it doesn't smell like a bathhouse, it smells like a nice, comfortable, small, quiet cottage. So that's why I've chosen both Yubaba and her twin sister Zaniba. It's a unique scent. It's one of my favorites lately. A unique scent with green, woody facets. It's got warm spice and earthiness. There's a tiny element of skin scent musk in it. There are many different types of wood in this, like chopped wood, about to be lit. That's what it smells like. There's some sweetness too, warming up these spices. This is a witchy scent, a good bedtime scent. It is like a forest cottage baking scent. Maybe spiced apple, but without any sugar added. This is a great fall scent. I have images of canopied forests, and the scent, the air of Halloween is in this as well. I had written down when I'd first smelt it. This is a festering, lonesome, cozy, aromatic, gothic scent. Interesting. It's currently my favorite too. The last witch that I've chosen is the Love Witch. This is a horror movie in the style, in the directive style of 70s filmography. And the perfume I've chosen to represent the Love Witch is Kayali's Lovefest Burning Cherry, which I think is a perfect representation of her. It's like the epitome of red perfume, and she is the epitome of red in color, in what she wears and what she does and everything. I would not recommend watching this movie. I couldn't even get all the way through it, but she is an interesting enough character, a dynamic enough character, that her memory has sat with me, and so I'm including her because she is the most like this perfume. And that's because there is an outdoor, incense, hippie, 60s, 70s, pagan, deep and dark and beautiful, rebellious cherry quality in this. And that matches perfectly with Elaine Parks, the main protagonist of The Love Witch. She is a witch who essentially bewitches men in a quest to find love, and it always goes badly for her. It's a horror for a reason. It smells interesting and bitter, earthy, tangy, spicy. It's fruity, but in a cherry way, in a tangy, tart cherry way. This is my #1 cherry scent besides Lost Cherry as well. It smells smoking and hot, kind of like The Love Witch. It is a burning smell that lures you into a trance. It is seduction at its finest. And that's all the witch scents I have for you. I will definitely be continuing this series next year at around this time because I have so many other witches that I would like to include, and still a few witchier scents as well that I couldn't quite place so much. One of the witches that I particularly want to do is Ursula the Sea Witch from Ariel, from The Little Mermaid, but I don't have any scent to represent this one, so this next year I'll be looking for that. Let me know if you have any particular witchy scents that you would recommend or that you like wearing, or if any of these scents are ones that you already like. Please consider subscribing and liking this video if this sort of content interests you, and that's everything. I hope you guys have a good day.